Hello, Purple Rose here, and I'm continuing on with the main quest in Western Skyrim. After successfully testing out Fëanorian's Elixir, it worked. And now we get to distribute it on a mass scale in Solitude to protect Solitude from this new Harrow Storm. Lyris wasn't able to take the Elixir because she got wounded by Rada. So Svana stepped up and took it. And yeah, the Elixir worked. So now we can make more to protect the people of Solitude. So, oh, the High King's here.
Skyrim, we need to do something. Don't test me, Redharn. I know exactly what I need to do.
Is Fëanorian here? Oh no.
I'm not comfortable in such surroundings, but I'll endure. We need to convince the High King that the Elixir works. And then we have to make a lot of it, and quickly.
Yes. What's he gonna say when we tell him Svana took it?
Something is off about all this. Skyrim has always been stubborn. But now?
Yeah, I think he's being mesmerized by a vampire.
Skyrim has the manners of a rabid hawker. How do his people stand him?
Pretty sure he's been influenced by a vampire.
High King or not, we have to make Skyrim listen to reason. He sees conspiracies in every shadow, but refuses to accept that Princess Svana has something that will actually help our people. The man makes my blood boil.
Same! I just want to cut him down, but I can't, because that'll be treason.
If the High King plans to stay on his throne, then he needs to lead. This inaction is infuriating. If he won't do something, then he should step aside, and the sooner the better.
I agree.
Speak your piece to the king and be done with it. I need to clear the hall.
He's not gonna listen.
He's my father, but he never listens to a word I say. Maybe you can get through to him. You have to try.
I'll try, but he won't listen.
Our enemies circle ever closer, and now even my daughter turns against me. What's next? Will my beloved wife return to accuse me of some heinous crime? Well, get to it. Tell me about Svana's miraculous elixir before I have the lot of you tossed out.
Elixir works. Svana tested it herself and withstood a Harrow Storm.
You represent my most hated enemy and expect me to believe a word you say? Even if you speak true, worms have found purchase in the wood and seek to rot my kingdom from within. I will not let Solitude and the Western Holds fall.
Well, they will with your inaction. Oh, he makes my blood boil. If you can't trust us, at least trust your daughter.
Trust Svana? Perhaps. No. No! Your honeyed words are but echoes of my most obstinate foes. You offer a miracle with one hand, while holding a poisoned dagger in the other.
No. We only want to help. Just listen.
Help? I need no help from the likes of you.
Don't be a fool, father. This elixir will save our people.
I didn't think you had it in you, daughter. You have actually surpassed my expectations, more's the pity. And I'll hear no more talk of this miracle elixir.
No!
The Grey Host is my true ally. Once the Harrow Storm engulfs Solitude, my kingdom will endure for all eternity.
I should have sensed it. Skyrim's a vampire.
Svana.
Not now, Lyris. I need to think about this.
Okay. That wasn't what I expected. He's not under the spell of a vampire. He is a vampire.
I should have suspected, sensed something. Svargrim has taken the curse, become a vampire. And he's working with the Grey Host. This is bad, my friend. Very, very bad.
I agree. He must have had a powerful illusion on.
I knew there was something wrong, but this? How could Svargrim throw in with the Grey Host? It's brazen, even for him.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all either.
I thought he was grieving, but it was all a ruse. My father, High King of Western Skyrim, in league with the Grey Host! Please, talk to Lyris. I need to consider what happens next.
Well, probably have to kill your father, so...
Svargrim, you bastard! People are dead. Hold's destroyed. And our High King had a hand in it? How will we survive this betrayal?
Yeah, all his actions make sense. That's probably why he took that oil of RK.
How can this be? The High King? Sacrificing his own people? It's so hard to believe.
Yeah.
It must be some sort of trick. The High King would never betray us.
Would he?
He would.
Svargrim's a bastard, but King Yoren believed he had the best interest of his people at heart. Obviously, something changed. And with Solitude targeted for a massive Harrowstorm, things have gotten more complicated.
With Svargrim's help, the Grey Host might already be prepared to summon their Harrowstorm. We might be out of time.
Not everything is as grim as it appears. We did create an elixir. That's our best chance of protecting the people from the Harrowstorm. We just need to distribute it. In the meantime, take this. It may not seem like much, but you earned it.
Yeah, we need to make more.
Heard you touched a glowing egg, and then talked to a tree. Must have been strange.
So,
I knew there was something wrong, but this? How could Svargrim throw in with the Grey Host? It's brazen, even for him.
So now we talk to Svana.
My father, working with the Grey Host. How long has he been a part of this? Did he have a hand in Mother's death? And what has he told them? It's almost too much to bear. And then there's the Harrowstorm. My friend, I don't know what to do.
We can do this, Svana. We have to at least try.
You're right. I know you're right. It's just... he's my father. No. I have to focus. There's a Harrowstorm coming. We have to save the city. That's what's important right now.
Yep, as long as we still breathe, there is hope. How do we stop the Harrowstorm?
I'm not sure we can. But we can make more of Fenn's elixir. Get it into the hands of the people. We need more of Arkay's sacred oil, though. We'll have to take it from the supplies stockpiled at the Temple of the Divines.
I'll get RK's sacred oil from the Temple of the Divines.
They've taken it! By the gods, it's fallen!
Fallen? What are you talking about?
The Grey Host. They came out of nowhere, captured the temple and the Tower of the Wolf. We're locked out!
Then the sacred oil.
Damn it all! I need to get down there!
Follow him! Now, soldier, tell me exactly what happened.
Well, this sucks.
As long as the Grey Host controls the temple, we're cut off from the supply of sacred oil. It's imperative we get our hands on that oil, and quickly.
Yes.
Go on. Go see what the situation at the temple is. We'll catch up. I'll wait for Svana and make sure nothing threatens her.
Good.
Despite this turn, Svana has the right idea. Our best bet is to retrieve the sacred oil, make more elixir, and distribute it before the Harrowstorm strikes the city.
That's our main goal.
Get to the temple and evaluate the situation. We'll join you shortly, after I get a more detailed report out of my soldier.
We can't make more elixir without the sacred oil, right?
I don't think so. Fen says it's a key component. Let's see what we're up against at the temple. Every locked door in Solitude can be circumvented if you know your way around the city. We'll get the sacred oil one way or another.
Are you alright? Your father's revelation seemed to hit you pretty hard.
It was surprising, to say the least. But my father and his treachery will have to wait. We need to protect the people of Solitude from the approaching Harrowstorm. That's our priority.
Yeah, shocked me too. I didn't suspect it either.
We may have waited too long. The High King revealed his true colors, and Solitude begins to fall. If they're already inside the city, there may be no way to stop them.
This is bad. It's Carthwatch all over again.
We'll manage, we'll manage.
They surprised us, attacked without warning. We barely got out of there alive before they sealed the gates.
How did the Grey Host get a large force inside the city walls?
I don't know. It happened so fast. One moment I was patrolling the courtyard. The next I was fighting for my life. They were everywhere. A few of us barely managed to get out before they sealed themselves inside the temple and the tower.
Why seal themselves in the Temple of the Divines and the Tower of the Wolf?
Oh, who knows how those monsters think? It's like they're waiting for something. As soon as I got out, I ran to the palace as fast as I could. Now I really ought to give the princess my full report.
Sure. You do that, I'll go to the temple. We need more of this oil. But yeah, I thought the king was just being controlled by a vampire. I didn't actually think he was one. But yeah, it makes sense with all his actions. Or inactions, I should say. Okay, so up here to the temple. Oh wow.
We're done. The Grey Host has found a foothold. Now the city is lost.
Not yet, it isn't. On your feet, Swordthane. We have work to do.
Yes, Princess Svana.
That we do.
I didn't want to believe it. But the temple gates are locked. And without the sacred oil, I can't make more of the elixir. Talk to the Swordthane and see if he knows what's going on in there.
Maybe there's another way in. There's nowhere else you can get sacred oil?
Nowhere close by. Only a High Priest of Arche can prepare the sacred oil. And the High Priest here in Solitude turned over his supply to Svargrim. Now it's locked in the temple. In retrospect, that was probably part of Svargrim's plan all along.
Yeah.
The Swordthane. He was a constant presence when I was growing up. Always so strong and brave at my father's side. I've never seen him this distraught.
Do you think we can trust Svargrim's Swordthane?
I don't think Athlet was involved in my father's treachery. At least not knowingly. If he can pull himself together, I believe his loyalty is to Solitude, not my father. Regardless, find out what he knows about the situation inside the temple.
Yeah, I think he can be trusted.
Well, the soldiers spoke true. The temple gates are sealed shut. If the Grey Host's forces are inside, I wonder what they're planning. Talk to the Swordthane. Maybe he has more information.
I apologize for that display. Tell the princess... Tell her it won't happen again. You need to understand. I pledged my sword and my soul to the High King. We all did. And he betrayed us.
Do you know what they're doing in there? We need to get inside.
Nothing good, I'm sure. The Grey Host appeared out of nowhere and cut down my soldiers. Only a handful were able to escape before they sealed the gates. Svargrim made us fortify the entryways. The bastard knew he'd lock us out.
There's no other way to get in?
Not that I can think of. But what does it matter? Svargrim brought the Grey Host down upon us. He's bringing a Harrow Storm. We need to evacuate the city while there's still time. Some of us will survive if we flee now.
You want to abandon Solitude?
That's unacceptable, Sarthain. If we can't get the sacred oil to make more elixir, then we have to stop the Harrow Storm.
Princess, we've kept watch. There aren't any witch pikes around the city.
Then you missed something. They needed the witch pikes for every other Harrow Storm they summoned.
Of course. Blackreach. The Grey Host must have gained access to the temple from beneath the city.
They could easily hide the witch pikes underneath our feet.
We know the Grey Host has been using Blackreach to clandestinely move around Western Skyrim. Why not launch their attacks from there?
Then we're going back to Blackreach. If the witch pikes are there, we'll destroy them.
Back to Blackreach, I guess.
As a junior member of House Ravenwatch, I never expected to be in the thick of things like this. I have to say, it's a tad overwhelming.
Ah, you're doing fine. You'll be a high member in House Ravenwatch in no time. Are you ready to go back to Blackreach?
Am I looking forward to going back to where Singolis experimented on me? Not even remotely. But I want to see this through to the end. I need to.
You're stronger than you think, Fenorian. What do you think we'll find beneath the city?
The Grey Host can't summon the Harrow Storm without performing their ritual. And we know that requires witch pikes, so there's that. Plus the usual assortment of coven witches, vampires, and werewolves, I suppose. Nothing we can't handle, right?
We'll do our best.
I had hoped to secure the sacred oil, and make enough elixir to distribute throughout the city. But we're running out of time. Our best bet now is to find the ritual site beneath Solitude, and stop the Harrow Storm before it's unleashed.
We should have expected an attack from Blackreach.
You're absolutely right. Especially after we found evidence of undermining down there. All I can say is that we were focused on other things. Let's go and save the city now, all right?
That we will.
My father. A vampire. He sat on his throne, pretended to mourn for my mother, and said he had a plan. But all the while he was preparing the city for the Grey Host. He's worse than a monster. He's a traitor and a liar.
We're going to have to face your father.
I know. It's just... Look, we were never close. Not really. But he's my father. My king. What about you? Could you do it? Could you confront and maybe even kill one of your parents?
Oh, that's a tough question. I guess you won't know until you're in that situation, but I don't think that I could. Oh, I'm not sure what I'd do.
An honest answer, and so much like my own. But does my indecision put the people I'm sworn to protect in even more jeopardy? I need to think about that.
Yeah, it's a hard decision. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to do whatever I can to stop the Harrow Storm and save Solitude and its people. After that, we decide what needs to be done about Svargrim.
But I suppose... Like, I know if it's one of your parents, one life to save a whole city. But if it's one of your parents, I don't know if I could.
Yorin sent me with a warning for Solitude. Now I'm about to march into the starless depths of Blackreach to try to avert a massacre. How do I keep getting myself into these kinds of situations?
You don't have to go with us.
I thought you knew me better than that. Taking on the impossible challenge, beating the unbeatable foe, this is what I'm good at. So yes, I do have to do this. And we're going to win. We have to.
That we will. What do you think about High King Svargrim?
Svargrim. To cast his lot with the Grey Host, become a vampire. threaten his own people with the Harrow Storm. It's madness. One thing's for certain. We have to stop him.
How do we stop the Harrow Storm?
One step at a time. First, we make our way down into Blackreach. Then we find the ritual site. It must be right beneath the city. We smash witch pikes and kill as many Greyhost bastards as possible. After that, we pray to Kyne and hope for the best.
That we do.
Blackreach. Suddenly every legend and camp story from my youth has returned to haunt us. While you and the others charge into the damn abyss, I'll prepare the city. We'll do what we can to keep the people safe.
What do you have in mind?
I'll rally my remaining soldiers and organize the city guard. We'll get everyone into the Blue Palace and defend them from there. I know it won't protect us from the Harrow Storm, but we'll be able to hold off the Grey Host if they decide to attack.
Good luck, Sword Thane. Good luck.
And you as well. Find those damn witch pikes and destroy them before we're all turned into mindless husks. Or worse. And keep the princess safe. We need her.
That we do. She'll be the Jarl. Sorry, she'll become the next High King? Maybe? So yeah, we have to go back to Blackreach. Underneath the temple here to hopefully get in. Wherever the entrance is. Ah, it's right there. Greymoor Keep. So somewhere here is where we get in. So yeah, continue this on in the next one. And hopefully get into the keep. I'll see you around. Thanks for watching.